Hello and welcome back to Railroute. I say welcome back, but really welcome to a sort of mini-series on Railroute, which is going to be in cooperative mode. And in this series, Exia and I are going to be, well, I say Exia and I. Exia is probably going to be wishing he wasn't doing this, and we are going to be trying to set up and connect up this entire map of some of the lines, some of the district stations that are in Tokyo, Japan. Now, along the way, what we are planning to do is go through all of the upgrades and show you how to use them, how to connect them up on various different parts of your network, what we think is perhaps the best order in which to unlock the upgrades. Some of them might change depending on the map you do. So obviously for this map, it may be slightly different to what you would do perhaps on a different map, but showing you what we think is the best order and how to ensure that you do not crash your trains and make as much money as possible. Speaking of money, you may notice top center of the screen I have 540,600 credits and 220 little green train icons. Now that is because I set up a very basic route between the first two stations that were given, and I'll show you how I did it after the intro, and then just left it running for a couple of hours. That's all I did. About 20 minutes of work, left it running for a couple of hours so that in this video and the subsequent videos, we will be able to show you things without having to sit around constantly waiting for money. This is actually a top tip. Get something going, build up a lot of money, and then come back a little later. So make sure you stay tuned. Let's get started, and let's put the first train on this line.
Ba, ba, ba. Yay.
Okay, so first off, on this map, this is what you start with. So you've got a manual signal right here, you've got a manual signal right there, and though you normally get trial trains, in this case I've got rid of the trial train, so if you're not sure how to accept a train, this is basically what you do. You click on the little green arrow, that's a green train. You can see it will give you 1 green experience point. You're allowed to have a 2-minute delay, and you have to set up the timings, and this is how much money it will give you. So I'm just going to set this one up for, say, 10 past the hour. I know that this one can actually go a lot faster than it does, so I'm going to drop it back a minute in both directions, and we're just going to let it run. Not going to do continue after fulfilled, because we'll be putting more trains in a little later. So if I run this, and we just fast forward a little, Exia wants to build track, which makes perfect sense. Here we go. Train has come in. Now, because we have manual signals at the moment, of course, as Exia is about to demonstrate, you've got to let it through itself. Now, before we do that, this would have, for you, if you were playing this, it would have come up with a little accept train icon. The reason we haven't got that is in order for me to be able to run this properly, I had to unlock these few upgrades. And the first one I unlocked was auto accept trains. The second one that I unlocked was auto reverse trains. And the reason for that is because if we go to the end of the line, you'll see that the train should turn itself around, in theory. There it goes. If we did not have that, you'd have to click on the train and press reverse or tap Z on your keyboard, and that would reverse the train. Bit of a faff. So the first two that I recommend getting, and I'm pretty sure Exia would agree with me, is auto accept trains and auto reverse trains. That will require, I believe it's 3 for auto accept trains and 5 for auto reverse trains. So you are going to need 8 points. So first thing you do, get 8 trains in and out of this. Get those 2 sorted. Of course, the problem here is we've got single track, so I'm going to try and get rid of that single track. Quite easy. Exia, you want to accept that? Yep. Going to get rid of that single track by building... where should I build this? Let's build this like this.
You're taking my one and only job on this Let's Play away.
I thought you're doing the dispatching,
Oh,
aren't you?
that's my chore now.
Isn't that your real job?
No.
No, it's not. You actually move the trains, don't you?
Well, that's a stretch nowadays.
We'll get Exia building some track in a little while, that's for sure. But this is what we've got now. Now we've got a double track. You'll notice we've got switches that we need to look for. So we've got the points that need to be changed. Of course, now that we have double track, we can accept more. This one's giving us 5 out of 10. That's great. We can accept some more trains. So let's bring this train in at 25 past.
6,700.
I've just changed the what's it called? Schedule. That's the one.
Yeah.
Right. So now, obviously, we have 2 ways we can run this. It's interesting that. Here's a question for you, Exia. Have you just clicked that and passed that route through because it was just already, the points were already set to that? Or is this because in the United States your trains run on the right-hand side?
Or
do they run on the left?
Track is bi-directional.
Your trains run in both directions all the time?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you not have a lot of things double-tracked then?
We do. It's just like it frees up the ability for the dispatch to not be constrained by direction.
Interesting. So, see, in the UK,
we have.
Oh, here we go. We've got a train coming. Well, it's already green, so you must.
We have double track from where I'm currently living down to the state border, and it's in some areas it's even triple tracked, and dispatch will have sometimes 2 northbound trains on both tracks racing each other till as far as they can go.
Interesting. Okay, so in the UK we have single track. Obviously, all the single tracks are bi-directional. We have double track. And the double tracks are just up down. So one will be north or east, and the second will be south or west. Yes, you can put tracks on. You can put trains on the wrong track. But if you do so, that's quite uncommon. That's if there's obviously a blockage on the other line or things like that. So we have 1 up and 1 down. If we have 4, we tend to have, depending on which historical railway it is, you'll end up with up, down, down, or up, down, is what you tend to have. So, okay, I'm going to say that I'm probably going to want to run something like that, where the trains they're not bi-directional, because I think the bi-directional single track thing is going to confuse me.
No, I'm just speaking from like the area I work in. So like the northeast corridor could be completely different.
Right, so it could, depending on company and the amount of trains, I suppose, running in and out.
Yeah.
Right, okay. That's fair. So what I'm thinking is that, yeah, we can accept that. What I'm thinking is we'll have, it doesn't really matter which one's up and which one's down on this for now, but we should have, let's try and squeeze this in at, I'm not sure if 3 minutes
what
is
was the next upgrade you wanted to talk about?
We'll do
routing or
we'll do the auto.
circuit?
We'll do the auto routing.
If you want to do auto route, I have an idea.
Okay, right.
Get station 2, have the bottom route go to that one.
Yep, can do. That sounds like a good idea. Well, okay, so once you've got a few trains up and running, you'll probably notice you need to do a little bit more to this. So what we're now going to do is we're going to have two platforms in Gamata. And so the way you do that is you go to the build. Obviously, I've shown you how to build rails now, so Exia's already built that rail. All we're going to do is press N and then click and select that platform. So now we have two platforms up and running. Now you'll note that I did unlock the relay sensor. That's 10 points. We'll talk about the relay sensor in a bit, but the next two we need to talk about is automatic routing and perpetual circuit. So once you've got an additional 10 points from that, this is where we're going to be going. So what we could do, Exia, could we potentially really maximize this by doing this? And then if I break this bit, so now I'm thinking a train should come in from platform 1 and out on platform 2. So platform 2 is always an outbound. We'll bring it in 1, go up this track, and then back down this track. Right, so you'll notice that these signals suddenly changed. The way Exia did that is you just go to the previous signal and click it, and that changes the upgraded signal. Or, of course, you can just place, like what he's just done there, anywhere on the track, press it, and you've got the signal. And if it's the wrong way, you just click it like that, and now it's the opposite way, and so on and so forth. Now, how do these auto routing signals work? Well, they're quite easy. If I were to click on, say, platform 1 there, you'll notice that we get these sort of orange marks or orange lines with what appear to be electricity flashing around it. It's really quite neat. If you just click on one of that will set this route as the active route. So we'll change any points that need to be changed and set that as the active route. And you can continue, as Exia just has, just continue down so it will set it all the way through. And then, as you can see, we've got a return route. Is that one? Why is that one going? Where's that one going?
I did a chain signal.
Okay, so we're now going to see how this one pans out for us. So let's go ahead and fast forward. When's the next train coming in? So a way to see when the next train's coming in, you can click on the station, or you can click, once you've clicked on that, you can click and drag and bring these stations out.
It's on the bottom of the... also shows on the bottom of the screen.
Does show on the bottom of the screen as well, yes. Don't know why my brain didn't even clock that. I saw it, but wasn't really paying attention to that. I suppose it'd be much more difficult when there's 30 trains coming in. So you can see that this is now going in, around there, and back out into station 1 without us having to change any points, which is really quite useful. Of course, the issue we have here is that it still means that we have to set each signal manually, as Exia is doing. So, is there a way around that? Well, there is and there isn't. So this is where the relay signal comes in. But what I'm going to be showing first is the perpetual circuit. What the perpetual circuit allows us to do is it allows us to set a signal to constantly be green, and then another signal to also constantly be green if a condition is matched, where, for example, the signal coming in is no longer green, then the outbound signal will turn green, and then vice versa. It'll just keep swapping between those two. Great for up here in Tamagawa, because it means that we could set this signal to go in, and then that signal back. What are you doing? Oh, Exia's decided he wants to lay more track over there. I can just hear it, and I can see it, the money just disappearing. It's fine. We have so much of it. Whilst Exia's doing that, yes, so we have the perpetual signal, which goes in here, and then it will swap to a perpetual signal out, which will allow us to go out here, and then back in to platform 1. Now, of course, we want to be using platform 2, but we can't do that just yet because we do not have the ability to change platforms, which we will add shortly. So let's get this perpetual signal up and running. So once you've got another 5 points, a good thing to do is kill all of your signals first off, so that you've got it ready to go and say, right, the first signal, this one, is not going to be perpetual because we have this train coming in here. Now, it would be fine if, and I'll explain this in a moment, I'm going to place these two as perpetual. If there was only one train on this track at any one time in either direction, so it comes in, it goes back, it comes in, it goes back, the perpetual signals would work all the way around. I'll explain why. If we click this little infinity symbol that I've added, that's the perpetual signal itself, and select Tamagawa Platform 6, you'll note that that is now constantly green. Oh, what did we unlock? Done something. And if I click that one, you'll notice I can't actually do anything. And that's because this one is currently green. So we have to wait for the train to get into that platform before setting the next perpetual signal. So I'm just going to fast forward and wait for that. And in fact, I might as well demonstrate what the problem will be here. So if I add a perpetual signal here and here as well for now, and I'll put this there, and this one there. Now you'll notice that one did not go green. The reason that has not gone green is because this block is already green. And that is where the issue is going to arise when we start having multiple trains coming in and out of the same platform. So, train comes in, and now I no longer have to worry about the signal. As you can see, it's automatically changed. That signal is now red. This signal is now green. That signal is green, and I can set this up one more time. Now that this is clear, that signal is now green. And we'll just watch it through.
I did a thing already.
There it goes. I'll check the thing in a moment. And
You're not going to be happy.
Oh dear. And you're probably going to be wondering, well, hang on, this doesn't seem to be a problem whatsoever. I can have a train coming in, perpetual signals are running, we'll watch one more train come in and out. What seems to be the issue? No problems whatsoever. Okay. There's a gap here, as you can see right now. So I could, in theory, have another train come in at this moment and then be heading northbound whilst this train is heading southbound. That's the point of double tracking all of this. What's the point if we're just leaving it like this with just a single track and a single double track and a single train? Doesn't make any sense. However, if I were to do that, and I'm going to show you by accepting a contract and slotting it into this gap here. So that is between that train getting to Tamagawa and coming back. There will be two trains, one northbound, one southbound. I'm going to accept that. I'm not going to continue after fulfilled because this one's going to cause a bit of a mess. And we'll accept that, and you'll see exactly what happens. And this is the disadvantage of a perpetual circuit. So, train comes in. So far that's working. That has now gone in the reverse direction. That's no good. Because there is another train, there it is, waiting to come in. But that signal is now green. So I have to disable that signal for this train to make its way in. Okay, train's made its way in. Now we've got the double. But now you'll notice that signal is not swapping through. And I cannot swap that through because this perpetual signal is active. So I've got to disable this perpetual signal and then enable that one. That's where the problem arises. So, perpetual signals. Great for when there is only one in and one out. For example, at this platform here. There is no option of a second train coming in on this bit of the track. There will always only be one train either going in there or coming out here. No two trains. As soon as two trains are involved, you end up with this issue. How do we get around that? Well, we could have the second platform, which of course we do have, and therefore we could do some platform adjustments. Or we could add a relay sensor. Now I'm going to show you the relay sensor first, and then we'll start doing platform adjustments in a while once we check what Exia has gone and done. So let's get a relay sensor up and running here. So I'm going to get rid of those 2 perpetual signals. I'm going to move this one forward. I'm going to place a relay sensor right there. I'm going to disable, well, once that's gone, I'm going to disable that, and I'm going to place a relay sensor right here. So now we have relay sensors. Just wait for that train to get out of here. There we go, it's gone. I'm going to set up the relay sensor. So we click on the relay sensor. We click on the signal we want and the direction we want it to go in. And I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to delete. Come on, clear the block, clear the block, clear the block. There we go. Click on the relay sensor. Oops. Get out of construction mode. Click on the relay sensor. Click on the signal and click in the direction we want it to go. Now, if we run this, you'll note that as the train approaches the relay sensor, it will turn the signal green. It's no longer perpetual. Unlike up here where it's constantly green, that is no longer the case. So I'm now going to stick another train into a gap if possible, which there's no valid gap. Okay, well I'm going to... Right, there's no valid gap for a train, so I'm not going to do that. We're just going to have to wait for the next train to show you this actually working. Right, in the meantime, let's have a look at what have you done? What is this?
How else do you get to the North Station eventually?
No, actually, it's not bad. It works. Should we... Okay. I'm going to ask you a question here. Should we focus on Oimachi or should we focus on Gotanda?
I just decided I'm just going to lay track there just to see how you could lay track.
Okay. I mean, that is a possibility.
Interesting fact, and this is for all the viewers that this is good to know. If you lay a track at perpendicular, so making a T, it's a dead end. You can't. There's no switch. There's nothing exists.
I see. So what is that? Just a cross? So I'm assuming that would just allow you to do a. That's just a cross, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I did not know that because I've never tried doing a cross like that before.
I guess it's interlocking, so you can just like single it, but I don't know how you.
Oh, I can see use for the perpetual circuits here. That's for sure.
Yes.
That's where I think the perpetual circuit would really come in handy. Well, let's bulldoze that, and that. So we are going to be adding in.
Also did a thing of Beauty in the North.
Oh my! All right? You've been busy. Oh
What
yes,
else am I
this
going
is
to do?
nice.
You're automating my only job.
This is nice. That is true. But I mean, you said you wanted to build, so you're now building. Which is fine. We're going to be purchasing. I mean, if you want, you can bring Yukigaya online. Unless you want to try and get trains from Tama Plaza to Kotako Tamagawa. See if we can get things running back and forth from there. Potentially. Right, so here comes that moment to show this relay actually working. So, what we're going to see is there will be a train that arrives in Kamata in a moment. That will go to Tamagawa, and then there will be another train that arrives at Kamata whilst the train from Tamagawa is returning. And now, because it's not a perpetual circuit, and there are relays, we should be able to get, as you can see, both trains running simultaneously and in complete automation. And this is how far I got when I earned all that money, and then I left it running for, so you can see that took a good 20, 25 minutes. And then I just left it running for 2 hours. And that's how I earned all these experience points, green experience points, and the money, which it says your money, spend it wisely. So there we go. That is that bit now done. Whilst Exia is still building things up here, so I'll show you what he's done in terms of these little doohickeys. These are buildings. These ones here, conductors' offices. Now, you can build up to, I believe, 3? Oh, no, you can build more than 3. I thought it was a limit of 3. No.
Yeah, let's find out.
Let's find out how many of these we can build. Apparently a lot. Okay, so you can build a lot. Now, at the moment... they will offer you a single job per conductor's office at a time. Later on, you can get up to 3 jobs, I think, or is it 6 jobs per conductor's office. So, we've made a hash. I've made a hash of this one. How many of you? Look how many I've made down here.
You've cut off.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's an interesting one. No.
Right. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to get rid of these. Would you like to... You can actually drag these from station to station as well. So, Exia, if you want, you can drag a couple that I've put a camera to drag it up to Tama Plaza and Hutaku Tamagawa. No, not that one. That one's sitting here. The ones that...
No, I had one that was going all the way down. Oh, dear God.
There you go. He's just seen it.
I was concentrating on my own mess.
So, anyway, let's say I want to maximize now with the tier 1 stuff I've got. So we're just staying tier 1 for this video. With the tier 1 stuff I've got, I want to maximize just this part of the line. Kamata to Tamagawa. 2 platforms here, 1 platform there. How am I going to maximize what I'm going to do here? Well, that's quite easy. We're going to do some platform adjustments. So, I'm going to now unlock... Oops. I'm going to go to System Upgrades. And you can see platform adjustments, only 3. So, that is going to allow me to change the platform of the trains. Timetable adjustments is also really good. So I'm going to get that. And then we've got manual signal route preview and signaling safety, which Exia will be able to demonstrate. If we leave... If you leave the... Oh, you've just started turning them to perpetual routes. Okay. I was going to say, if you leave those as standard signals and we run a train up here, we'll be able to demonstrate it.
That's if I get one. Okay, I got one.
You got one? Okay, so do you want to turn those back to standard... if you change those back to standard signals...
Time is... No, I need to...
All right, I'll change them back to standard signals whilst you're sorting out that time. There you go. The perpetual signal is apparently angry about something.
Yes.
I'm going to ignore that. Actually, let's delete the perpetual signal in case this crashes it. I mean, it looks like they've thought about it. Right, so now what we have is you'll notice that if I hover over this, it tells me which direction the route is going. So if I do that, it moves it straight, do that, moves it up to platform 1. So that upgrade is the manual signal route preview. Then we have signaling safety. So the signaling safety is going to be in the case of a path being occupied, which will we be able to show that here? Probably not. So imagine a train is coming up on this thing. Oh, where is that supposed to be going? Is it going to platform 1? Oh, yes, it is. I can see it.
It was going to platform 2, but I changed it to platform 1.
So if we set that up like that, that train is now going to go up to platform 1. Now, say another train was coming in, and that one wanted to go to platform 2. And we had this block being occupied. We would not be able to, so if we go over to this, it'll show you here, because the path, there is an active path, it will not allow you to send the train into it, saving you from having a train crash. Really, really useful to have. So whilst Exia is working on this top bit, you can bring it back up to the Perpetual, or whatever you want to do now, Autosignals. I'm going to show you how to change platforms of all of these, which is going to be quite important. I'm just going to wait until that train is gone, and then we've got a gap in which I can change the platforms of all the trains that are involved. And this is the first step.
Oh.
What have you done?
I forgot I don't have backup up here.
This is the first step in making sure that we optimize our entire route. So we could click on one of these and then press edit, or if I'm just pause this for a moment, so press that and press X, or just go to contracts, find the contracts you want, so you can check so let's say anything that's coming from Kamatap, there you go, and those 3, and then press edit there. So I'll click edit, and now because I have the ability to do both timetable changes and platform changes, you'll notice there's the platform change and there's the timetable change. And it tells you how long it takes for the train to get to where it's going. So it is taking, so we've given it 3 minutes, it's actually taking 3 minutes 28 seconds, so I need to give it a little bit longer. So I'm going to give it 4 minutes and 4 minutes, and then leave this on platform 2. That's it. There's no tick or anything like that. All you do is you just change it in that manner. So you'll notice that if we go back to, if we look at this now, there should be, there it is, that one going in on platform 2. So let's go ahead and change the rest of them just by clicking on this and press contract configuration for, well, that's not working. That's interesting. I've just found something that doesn't appear to work. How strange.
What?
So if I click on a train in my little box.
Did you mean to pause it?
Yes.
Okay.
In the little box. So you know the station that I drag to the side?
Yeah.
And then I press contract configuration for schedule editing. It doesn't actually let me do it. That's an interesting one. Oh, but it lets me do that one. Okay, it's just one of them it isn't letting me do. How strange. How very strange. So let's just do that one. I suppose let's just do that one manually. So it's you. Or is it because... No, I've accepted it. 2. Is it you? It is you. There we go. It's out of the way. Okay. So, now that that is done, there should be... There's still that one. Who are you? I don't know who you are and I don't know what you want. Are you you? Is that you? No. I found a ghost train. Okay, well, there we go. We found a ghost train. So I'm going to let that one train through. And then we're going to change the relay signal to do whatever else we need it to do. You've got a delay risk there. What happened?
No, you're fast forward like you are right now. And...
And I messed your train up?
No, it's like I was just trying to get it running.
Oh, can I keep fast forwarding?
Yes, you can.
All right. I'm used to playing this single player.
I noticed.
Right, once this train is through, we'll start. There it is. I don't know why that one didn't want to go back, but fine. Okay, that train's made its way through. Maybe that was a trial run. Was that a trial train by any chance? No.
That was the trial train I had up here.
Oh, your one was a trial train. Right, now I'm going to move these over to platform 2. Now at this point, I could have a perpetual circuit if I wanted to. I could get rid of the relays and just leave these as green, because there is no train that is now going to cross in this area. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to leave it as relays. Let's see if I can get more trains up and running now. We've got loads of options, so I can always squeeze them in. Now I've got options to squeeze them in whenever I want, as long as I give it 4 minutes. So we'll pop that one in. And at this point, you could look at these and start rejecting any ones you did not want. So let's reject anything that's less than 5,000 that is going in the right direction. That one's good. Nope. No. No. Okay, so I can accept one here. I'm going to do the same thing. Just squeeze that in right there. And this is how you build up fast forwarding, yes or no?
Go for it.
Okay, so this is how you build up money, and how you squeeze as many trains in as you possibly can. That was a terrible one. That one will do. So I'll just keep squeezing trains in. No. 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 That one's fine. No. No. And another train gets squeezed in. And if you hold shift, is it shift or control? Control will move 10 minutes at a time. So that's quite useful as well. Just as a tip. Exia, I'll let you sort out your one. That's a good train. Put that in on the hour. And that's the basics. That's tier 1 basics. So let's see what else we've got left to unlock in tier 1. Auto blocks, we'll go over that next time. More stations, probably a good idea. And train alerts, always good, because if a train's stuck somewhere, it will tell you that you've got a problem. So it'll start pinging it, just like you can see in the top. Oh, you actually heard it as well. That was probably one of Exia's. And we might as well unlock more stations too. Auto blocks, for the sake of it, sure. What are auto blocks? It's these bits here. Exia, you said they were the length of 10, is it? Each auto block is 10 times longer than a standard. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm 10 times longer than a track of the same visual length. Each square is a kilometer.
There you
Kilometer
go.
long each.
So each one of these is, what Exia is saying is that each one of these is 1 kilometer long. So that auto block being one square will be 10 kilometers long. Right?
This is the description. They consist of track segments 1 kilometer long each, so auto blocks is 10 times longer than a track of the same visual length.
Excellent. So yes, it is. So this will be 10 kilometers, 10 kilometers. These auto blocks are 20 kilometers, 10 there. Okay, it's my one that keeps coming up with warnings for some reason. So you can just hear that as the train comes in. It's just giving me a warning. I think it's just giving me a warning that for it to be clear going in and going through. That's all it is. There's another one. It'll just keep doing
that signal or schedule.
Right. So to end this video, you can see I've got a small working setup. And it is quite small, but things will be expanding a lot faster. Exia is already working on the bit at the top, which is expanding very rapidly. So we'll go ahead and add this one in. And I'm literally just going to fill this up. So that we can make as much money as possible.
I'm just seeing stuff up here.
Okay, I will not speed through things. There we are. And is that another one? Oh, that's rubbish. So always look for, there will be various contracts with various amounts of money. And if you're wondering why is it that the money that I'm getting is half what it should be, the simple reason for that is because I have either have not optimized the times, or the tracks are not fast enough for what it expects. So it is expecting trains that should be able to do 120 kilometers per hour. These tracks can only do 40. So these are very, very slow tracks, which is why I'm getting far, far less. But as time goes on, and certainly in the next video, track upgrades will be something that I shall cover. And I think I can only fit in 2 more trains in this area. Not you, not you, not you. Okay. Not you, not you, not you. How's that going up there, Exia?
Oh, peachy.
Sarcasm?
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
Oh, delays.
Delays. I don't know why mine keeps coming up with this. Train requires signalling attention, but there isn't a signal here to attend to. Hang on, why is there a switch here?
Where?
Right outside the platform. But it doesn't go anywhere.
I think that's the location for the signal you deleted.
Maybe I need to put that signal back in. Oh well. Well, that is that. That is going to be the end of this first video. As you can see, things are already starting to take shape. So I have this tiny route here, which is now really, really busy. Exia, am I allowed to fast forward for a short period of time? Or do you have trains running?
Yeah, I don't have any trains running.
Okay, so just to show you trains coming in and out very, very quickly on this. There they are. This is running. This is getting me a whole heap of points very, very quickly. And the entire thing is currently automated, only using tier 1 things. So tier 1, we've got the relays, Autosignals, Perpetual circuit, grab a second platform, and as many contracts as you can. That is how you do it. In the next video, we will be looking at trying to get departure and arrival sensors running. So we're going to go straight into tier 2 stuff. So if I now slow this down, we'll be heading towards this tier 2 stuff. So we'll be looking at basic tracks, more contract offers showing you getting more stations, but mainly the departure sensor and the arrival sensor. And you can see that this does cost a little, but I will be able to unlock all of that at the start of the next video as soon as we get tier 2 trains going, which is 10, which I shall have very, very soon. So thank you very much for watching. please remember to click on the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on rail route and this particular mini-series. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think, or letting us know what you think, and how well do you think we will be able to do? Do you think we will be able to get this entire route, this entire network sorted and running smoothly? Leave a comment with your thoughts on that. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon, link in the description box below, as are links to my social media and Discord server. That is all from myself and Exia, with a delay of 3 minutes, and we will see you next time in Rail Route.